And that was a shoot. Yeah, that's full-blown shooting.
Since you want to shoot, cowboy!
And now, the Real Shoot Wrestling Podcast.
Real Shoot Wrestling, episode number 16, and how sweet it is. It's not just sweet, it's too sweet.
Too sweet, me bro. We just wolf packed it.
Did you miss me last week?
Dude, I really did. I did.
You guys did good. It was a nice conversation.
It was like I just kind of let him talk, because I don't mean to attack anybody or come at anybody in a certain way. I'm just like, it's legit. Literally, you don't know it unless you're actually doing it. It's not something that can, be told to you that you get. It's something you have to live to realize.
Yeah.
And when he's talking about how wins and losses matter, I need to change the way I say that, because they matter, but they shouldn't matter the way everybody looks at them, because wrestling never stops. So it's not like it's like an NBA or a baseball season, because they're gonna lose maybe 30 some games in a year, but they still won a lot.
I think,
you know what I mean?
I think the biggest problem,
and no one really looks at that.
I think the biggest problem that I see in the WWE particularly is that there's not any long-term planning. It always seems like...
But at the same time, right now, with their recent history, I don't know if long-term planning is something that they should really do.
I understand, because of injuries.
They just did all those injuries, and it was crazy, and you finally got some people coming back,
I'm talking about, for instance, the Vaudevillains all of a sudden. They were the number one contenders, and now they just jobbed the Golden Truth in a minute yesterday. And I know people were like, well, let's just wait and see. But, I mean, we said that about Damian Sandow. We said that about the Nexus. And, as soon as they lost,
But they've said wait and see about New Day. They've said wait and see about the club. Hell, they've even said wait and see about John Cena, and we see how long that's lasted. I will be the first person to tell you I was all about that gangster John Cena.
Oh, I was too. I thought that was good.
Oh, he was rapping. I thought that was some of the funniest stuff there was.
I think that we should have, aside from these weekly shows, I think you and TJ should pick a topic maybe once a month and just talk about it like that.
Well, that would be awesome.
Maybe we could have the Facebook group vote on a topic.
Yeah.
And you guys could talk about it for a half hour or whatever. Anyway, guys, this is the 16th episode. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, check us out on Twitter. We just crossed 2,000 followers this week. And join us on the Facebook page. There's going to be all kinds of stuff coming up with the Cruiserweight Classic.
Cruiserweight Classic starting next Wednesday?
After
Raw.
Is it after Raw?
Yes.
Okay.
No. After NXT.
NXT, okay.
Yeah. So, it's going to be...
We've got all kinds of stuff we'll be talking about on this show, but we're going to have...
It's only getting busier, too, because...
this is a busy month.
And it started last week. If you're not watching it and you're a pro wrestling fan, you need to get on it as soon as possible. It is called WhatCultureWrestling.com. It's...
I saw it. What is on there?
It's got their boys from the UK,
Okay.
But they bring in the likes of Jay Lethal. They're bringing in Sandow. They're bringing in Sabre Jr. They're bringing in Grado. They're bringing in who did they already have there? Crap.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
They had one more. It kind of just flaked in my mind, but they have some good talent over there, and it's a different type of product. It's something different than WWE, but it's still a sports entertainment type deal. And then on the Fight app, which Jim Ross is, the ambassador pretty much for, they're doing the weekly ROH on that app now. So, and it's set up nicely to the point to where if you have a Bluetooth TV, if you have some type of
Roku, Chromecast,
Roku,
Apple TV.
Did you say Dreamcast?
Chromecast.
It's like Dreamcast. If you have Apple TV, it links up to that in a way that you can send it to your TV so you can watch it. So it's really cool. And plus, like I said before on there, they have the Evolve stuff. They have the ROH pay-per-views. They have a lot.
And the weekly shows are free.
Yeah, the weekly shows are free. And the pay-per-views for the smaller places that WWE's involved with, that has really good shows.
There's even a local Pittsburgh show I saw on there.
Oh, there's a Pittsburgh show. There's a West Virginia show in there. There's a lot of local. There's a lot of cool, smaller indie stuff if you really like indie wrestling as well too. Because I know a lot of people recently that's came to our page and stuff has been also into the really indie stuff as well. So it's pretty cool.
So Brock Lesnar, he fights this Saturday, UFC 200 against Mark Hunt. We won't talk too much about that. They did tease that they're going to announce his opponent on SmackDown this week. The rumor is it's going to be Mr. Randy Orton, which is a little underwhelming for me.
It's
if the match actually happens, which I don't think it will, but
a lot of people are like, oh, it'll be cool, but why? What does it do for anyone?
It doesn't. Like I've said about long-term planning, this is something that has no long-term.
Yeah, it's like
results.
It's like, yeah, I understand what could come from the situation and why you would do it, but at the same time, it's both of their first matches back. Why would you put them against each other?
And if you're trying to do a deal with the UFC, I mean, I would, and maybe they're going to do this, I don't know. Maybe they're going to have someone interfere and set something up for Mania for Lesnar. I mean, that's the only thing that I can think of.
I have no idea.
And that's if he makes it to SummerSlam. I wouldn't put money on it that he does.
Are you serious?
I'm just saying.
He beat the people he beat, and that whole time he was doing it, his stomach was messed up. That whole time. He won the title, not even 100%.
Yeah,
he is now 100% and better shape now and learned more since then. So I don't think it's going to be the blowout that everybody thinks it's going to be. And in fact, I think he might win.
He might win. I mean, that's the heavyweight division in the UFC, but like I said, I would not put money
I think he has
on
more of a chance than a lot of people are giving him credit for.
Should we do like a real... I know it's a wrestling page, but should we do like an official...
thread for that night?
For
that? I mean, might as well, because, I mean, people want to know. I mean, if you think about it...
I mean, there's
and you're
interest.
If you think about it, there is interest, yeah. And plus, like, what happens in that fight could very easily cause what happens at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see it. I don't know. There's still so many rumors about what the WWE gets out of this deal, and I'm curious, but I guess we've talked about that enough. Did you watch Raw?
Rousey at Mania. That's what they
Do you
get.
think Rousey? They want Rousey. I don't know if she would do it though.
Yes, she would. Did you ever know about the PWG show she went to? She goes to PWG shows all the time.
I know, yeah.
She chopped a guy. I forget. She smacked the shit out of him.
That's mostly because that's where she trains at, though.
Well, it's California, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would love to see it, but we'll see. I mean, you could even see a Brock and Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie. I mean, that's possible.
I mean, honestly, it's like I actually wouldn't mind seeing that. just for the spectacle of that situation.
I mean, if you're gonna have a part-time match, that would be. I mean, people would buy WrestleMania for that.
Yeah, there would be UFC fans that would buy that just for
Definitely. Did you see the New Day
segment?
Wyatt segment?
Dude, the Wyatts to me, man, are just getting...
Did you see where they filmed that vignette at?
No.
They filmed it in West Virginia. Because they were doing house shows
They did Huntington
over the weekend, and they
filmed that in Huntington?
They filmed it while they were in Huntington.
Wow, I didn't notice that.
That's kind of cool. But that was definitely... I mean, I miss seeing those vignettes.
Dude,
they don't do those enough.
I know, and I don't know why.
They add so much to the characters.
Exactly. And people say this and that and the other about people not having stories. If they did that for more people, I mean, think about it. At one time, there was vignettes for Razor, there was vignettes for Dusty Rhodes, there was vignettes for...
I'm not a big fan of them, but, I mean, would Mick Foley's characters gotten over the way they did without the vignettes that they did?
No. Well, Foley is a awesome storyteller, but he is.
But they could be doing this with Sami Zayn, like when he came in.
Exactly, they need to. If
Vaudevillains would be a perfect excuse or reason for that.
Vaudevillains would be a great excuse instead of giving them 2 minutes to walk out with a microphone and talk to explain who they are. If they gave them 2 minutes in a vignette, it would totally help much more. Like, you wasted vignettes for the third or fourth time on Primo and Epico.
Yeah.
But you won't give new dudes vignettes.
I think that's why NXT has been so successful, is because they have effectively used vignettes. And I mean, that's how they've introduced a lot of their new stars.
If you didn't know who Chris Hero was before he came to NXT and you saw those vignettes, at that point you should have been a fan because of the way they did that vignette. It was awesome.
Yeah.
If you haven't, check out NXT Cassius Ohno vignette, because
Leo Kruger's another example.
Leo Kruger, another great example. Who else? Ascension.
I mean, any of the new divas that came up.
Owens.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just go on and on. I mean,
yeah.
It's one of those things that is just easy to do, and it's easy to tell a story from that. One of the guys that has been part of this great story is Xavier Woods, who I think has been the MVP of this storyline because of his facial expressions, the way he's selling fear, the way he's making the Wyatts look like the face of fear, like they talk about.
Which is what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Because at this point in time, from what I understand, is they don't know if they're going to get an Undertaker back.
I guess, yeah.
So you need to do it now. The vignettes are amazing right now because it's getting them involved in a storyline, but none of them are there. They're not there at all. They're not working. They're getting all healed up, and it's going to be even better when Luke's there too.
So let me ask you about wins and losses. If the Wyatts end up losing this, just like they've lost everything, what does that do for them after this build-up?
Well, see, this is what's cool about it.
This is their comeback.
No, but exactly, this is what's cool about it. Let's be honest. How much longer do you really think New Day has before it gets old?
I think they would like to get at least one more WrestleMania payday out of it, honestly. At least one more before
I don't think they're going to do it.
I mean, I'm just saying based on how much merch that they sold.
So this is what I'm saying. This is the perfect time to have the Wyatts destroy New Day.
Okay. And do you think they go their separate ways with the brand split, or what?
Yeah.
I don't
know what you would do, But all I'm saying is right now would be an awesome time to destroy New Day. Because the thing about it is I'm not saying destroy New Day and they're done. This can go on for a while. Because the promos would be awesome. The stuff they could do would be awesome.
Yeah. I agree with that. I just don't know. Like, they love everyone that sells merch, except for AJ Styles, I guess.
But that's what I'm saying. They'll still get merch out of it. They could run this to WrestleMania.
You mean feuding against each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Do they add another member or what? Apollo Crews?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt Apollo Crews, honestly.
Nothing else would hurt him at this point.
I mean, I don't think it would be bad with him in there, but are you saying, like, add him because Luke's coming back into the Wyatts, or because you think Xavier Woods is leaving?
I don't know. All I know is I think the belts would if the New Day's going to drop them, I think they should drop them to the Wyatts.
I think it would help them a lot.
Definitely. And then, there's rumors that Bray might go after whatever titles on SmackDown in the future.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, honestly, man, look at Jake the Snake. Did you watch a lot of his stuff?
Yeah, and he never won a title.
He never won a title.
Yeah.
But, man, was he involved in some amazing stories, and did he have some amazing promos.
But he also won some matches, too.
Well, Bray's won some matches as well. For the little while now, it's not been that good, but he's also been injured. So how you gonna push someone that's injured?
That's true. He has been hurt. Did you hear that they've actually this is a rumor that they modeled the vignettes after the Matt and Jeff Hardy stuff?
Who has?
The WWE. Like they've looked at that and modeled the Wyatt vignettes.
Well, that just shows that WWE is way better at doing what they do.
Are you gonna watch this deletion?
Oh, I'm gonna check it out, definitely.
I can't believe I actually DVR'd it tonight.
Oh, you've got to see what the heck they're gonna do.
He's jumping out of a tree.
These guys are insane. But they're bringing interest.
Think about it. Yeah. I mean, think about how many people's talking about it TNA right now.
That's good for them. And they're on TV, so
I hate the fact that Matt Hardy went all, broke kayfabe and explained the Broken Matt character.
Like we don't understand.
Like, we get it, Bubba. We know you don't actually have an accent or anything. We know you added that. Like, we get it.
He does have an accent, just not that kind.
Delete.
So why in the hell were the Big Show and Zack Ryder?
The close of the show?
I think they've actually just thrown in the towel in the third hour of Raw. Because...
Why the hell do you have that match?
I think that they have finally realized that they've marketed towards these kids that can't stay up past 10 o'clock. And then, along with me, most of the time. So they
everybody.
They just don't care.
Everybody whines about this 3-hour show.
It's terrible. They have to at least reformat it.
No, it's not terrible, because I look at it like this. They have 3 hours. If they have 2 hours, there might be a situation to where they could dominate that hour because of what's going on and get certain things in that they can, and if they don't have that third hour. What I'm saying is there's times when something's going to be happening and it's going to pull viewers away. But people still want to see it, so they're going to come back to it in the 10 o'clock hour. So they would pull the stuff to the 10 o'clock hour. Meaning, they've had awesome stuff at the 10 o'clock hour.
But
CM Punk's promo, 10 o'clock hour.
Right.
There's also stuff that is easier to get accomplished in the 8 o'clock hour.
They've also been anticlimactic a lot of times. And
Yeah.
They have their best segment at 10 o'clock.
I know. And that happens. But that's also where they have their most live viewers.
I know. That's the point. They've just given up on the 11 o'clock segment.
No, what I'm saying,
of that.
what I'm saying is there's times when there's just a bunch of fillers because of they have that time, but the reason why they have that time is it's not they haven't given up the 10 o'clock segment because there's still randomly awesome matches in the 10 o'clock segment.
Sure,
there's awesome stories in the and promos and situations in the 10 o'clock segment. It's just they went against a something something debate or hold on.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
But or a game or just something. And
that's why I think SmackDown will end up being more successful because they won't have as much of that to go up against, especially during football season.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'll be the most interesting thing this fall, I think. So they've built up this Shield triple threat for two or 3 years now, and it feels lackluster now, almost.
Right.
Like it's not what it should be, I guess.
Way to go! That's kind of how I feel.
Is that all on Roman Reigns, though?
Well, if I say it's all on Roman Reigns, I'm a Roman hater.
I don't think so.
But at the same time, like, who are you going to blame for it?
I mean, this is the most important storyline of his career. It's finally getting to the Shield triple threat match, and he's not there. And arguably, he shouldn't be there if he broke the wellness policy.
I mean, he shouldn't be. You're right. But at the same time, this is we can get a comeback story out of this.
Are you going to watch the WWE 24?
If that's real, no.
What did I tell you? I said they're going to go with this Roman Reigns comeback story when he comes back about how he's cleaning up and how he's going to find redemption. That's his story. That's his next story, like I said. You thought I was crazy.
No, I didn't.
That's just how, I mean, they're not going to give up on him, regardless. There's going to be a lot of people that intentionally watch the other show that he's not on, just because, even if it's Cena's show.
I just don't even know how you're going to do this. How are you going to do this?
I don't think they know. I really don't. I know that I will prefer the show that Lillian Garcia's not on.
Yes. Oh my gosh, was I the only one that was like I'm not taking, like, she can sing, but at the same time, like, there was a whole lot of bad in the anthem. That was whew.
Her best days are behind her when it comes to that. Regardless of what Bill Dunn thinks. Who hasn't sent me a friend request yet. So, Ultimate Lucha Dos starts this week.
Pumped.
It is okay, so from what I hear, there's 3 weeks of this. There's 1 hour this week, there's 1 hour next week, and then the third week is 2 hours long.
Oh, wow.
So, there's going to be 4 hours worth. And you and I looked at the card before the show started, and we both kind of agreed that the match that looks most interesting is Prince Puma versus Rey Mysterio.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, okay, that's what I that's what I took from it.
No, I'm all about that. I'm all about that Pentagon Jr.
Pentagon Jr. versus Matanza Cueto.
Yeah, because I like Pentagon Jr. so much that even if he's working somebody I don't like, I can watch it.
Why don't you like Cueto?
I don't like him as that character. I don't like him as the unhooded character. He's a rock with dinosaur hands and legs, and
I think he's a great character.
I'm not about characters, remember? I'm about pro wrestlers.
And Lucha Underground is full of characters, though. I mean, especially with guys under the hood, you have to be.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to Prince Puma and Rey Mysterio, and I'm interested how this will go, especially since Prince Puma, aka
Dude,
Ricochet,
WWE is going hard for him.
Oh,
bro.
I know, and
they're trying hard for all the independents still, because in all actuality, they're still wanting to get their rosters enormous, but yet keep NXT a powerhouse.
Yeah.
And they can.
And
with
they
the
should.
people that's still out there.
Yeah.
And they should, 100%. And they're showing that with the Cruiserweight Classic. They're showing that by wanting to go out and grab the guys. And what's funny is everybody that was saying, I mean, I'll just be honest, a lot of people that I've noticed in the wrestling pages and talk that were once pretty much fuck Ricochet, he's a flip-floppy goof and no one cares and he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, have been actually watching more of his stuff.
Yeah.
And
he's had a good year.
Wow, he actually does stuff.
Oh yeah.
They're actually understanding and coming to the point of realizing that, hey, this is a super junior tournament in New Japan, and it's the last match of the night. That was literally the fucking NBA slam dunk competition.
Yeah.
Like, that was the All-Star game. That was supposed to be that way. When they go and watch other stuff that he's been in, it's like, oh, this guy can work.
Okay, so before I say this, you guys need to check out the Stone Cold podcast that came out this week, because Ricochet's on it, and he talks a lot about that. But the reason why people are saying that is because they see these 2-minute clips, just kind of like how SportsCenter shows the slam dunks,
or a highlight for a football game.
and it's like there's more to the match. They don't watch the full match and see the other stuff that he does.
Yeah.
And that's what the Will Ospreay Ricochet match, that's all that people saw was that 2 minutes at the beginning, but they didn't watch the rest of the match.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of people where I've been like, hey, what'd you think of the match? Oh, it looks like it sucks.
You mean like TJ Phillips?
No, he's watched it.
Okay.
He watched it and thought that. He's one of them.
Okay.
He's one of them. He's literally liking the Young Bucks and Ricochet.
Yeah.
They can work, and I'm sorry, anybody that says it's ridiculous, Young Bucks don't look believable. Well, did X-Pac ever look believable?
Right.
No. Okay? Let's look at when the Rockers started in AWA or WC.
Even the Hart Foundation.
The Hart Foundation, they were small. I'm not saying they're going to go and get jacked, but the Bucks don't need that.
Yeah. Speaking of the Will Ospreay fiasco with Vader, they're having a match.
Yeah. Who would have guessed?
I'm stunned you guys didn't talk about this last week.
I wanted to wait and talk to you about it.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
A lot of this stuff I wanted to wait and talk with you about.
Do you think the whole thing was a work?
Yes.
Really?
Of course. He came out and said it. Vader's dumbass, like I said, fuck Vader. He came out and said it.
Vader, I don't think that way of you, but
if I had the chance, I'd knock your eye out. I'd stand handsing the shit out of you.
Vader, please don't hurt me.
No.
So
No. I hate Vader even more.
But you can't blame him.
But it's like a cheers to the guy for doing it.
Because he's going to get an amazing payday out of it.
He's going to get a whole weekend payday out of it
Yeah.
because he's working other stuff. And look at the payday he's going to get for working it. And it's probably not going to be the only damn one.
That's fine with me. I love Vader.
I just hope he wears the cool mask and has the hood thing.
hood?
And that smokes and stuff, and it works,
That
and
thing
it just
scared the
doesn't.
hell out of
And he
me
just
when I was
doesn't
a
go
kid.
out there in like a t-shirt and in the weird big mask, and it looks like he's a shrinking head.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope is this going to be like aired on pay-per-view? Like, I hope we get to watch it because that's going to be interesting.
I mean, more than likely, it's going to be a iPay-per-view, probably.
I mean, that'd be stupid.
You'd probably be able to watch it on the Fight
Okay.
app.
Okay, there you go, guys.
Probably. I mean, I don't know for sure, but once I find out if it's going to be on there or if it'll be on the Rev Pro website, we'll let you guys know.
Okay, so another match that was signed, I think actually either today or this weekend, on the weekend of SummerSlam. It's actually the afternoon of the NXT Brooklyn show. Chris Hero versus Cody Rhodes.
In breaking news, the very next day, it is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Cody Rhodes.
Really?
Yep.
Is that Evolve too?
Both Evolve back to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that that's going to be in Brooklyn?
Yep.
That's going to be a hell of a weekend.
Yep. Which, okay, since you brought it up, first of all, a week later on Sunday in Connecticut, he will be facing Liger, and myself and Mr. Swerve Wilson will be going with me to Connecticut to watch that match, which I am super pumped for because Liger is in my top 5 of all time. So that's going to be incredible. But since we're talking about the Cody Rhodes situation, it has came out that this might all be a work. Think so. Think about it. He's working Evolve.
Yeah.
He's working all affiliations with the Fed in some way, and he's working, and he hasn't signed to a New Japan Pro Wrestling or a
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. He's making all these people.
Is he allowed to yet, though?
Yes. Yeah. If he wanted to, it could be.
Because I thought he had to
set
wait
up
till August
to have a match.
Okay.
He can sign a contract to start then, if he wanted to.
I wasn't sure that they were allowed to announce that till then.
You know what I mean?
The interesting thing about that was that the Evolve shows, the last Evolve pay-per-view shows, they did it like a NXT versus.
No, but you say this is you say you don't know about this, and this is weird, but like they've done it. It's been done before.
Yeah, they did that with
Mick Foley, Brian Pillman.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
You know, it's been done with them.
I just meant specifically Evolve has done this recently.
What do you mean?
They did that show with EC3 and
Gallows
versus Gargano and I think maybe Ciampa.
No, it was Perkins.
Perkins, okay.
Yeah.
And they shot on the WWE.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, maybe this is part of that.
I don't think it is. What this is, and the way it's been explained and what I've read is this is giving Cody indie cred, making him the greatest of all time, and then bringing him back, kind of type of deal, and then bringing him back in as
Cody Rhodes.
Holy shit, it's Cody Rhodes, as in, like, holy shit, it's AJ Styles.
Like if Kurt Angle
holy
came
shit,
back.
it's Kurt Angle. Holy shit, it's Sting. You know, it's sad, but there's not going to be a whole lot of big, like, holy shit, I never thought this was going to happen. But see, there is. And you're not, and I haven't, and it wasn't even brought to my attention until last night. And I'll say this, and it's very easy for me to say it. Jay Lethal is bar none better than AJ Styles.
Okay.
Is and ever was.
All right. I don't know about worldwide.
He's getting there now. That's
Okay.
what's happening right now. He's in Japan.
Yeah.
He just did the UK.
Yeah.
He's doing it now. He's proving it now. It's just caught my eye sooner, and I'm watching it as it happens.
So you think he has a chance? What's his contract look like in Ring of Honor?
He just re-signed
Okay.
because they're getting ready to work the deal with.
But you think
Bullet
he would
Club.
be the next one that would be an oh my god moment?
He should be. That's what I'm saying. He should be.
That's possible. And, you know, guys like Ric Flair, I think, are a big reason why AJ Styles is in, because he's in Hunter's ear.
Yeah.
Because he, you know, he likes those guys.
Yeah. And I mean, you got to remember, he loves Jay as well.
Yeah.
He taught Jay how to do his gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, he knew how to do his gimmick, but he worked with him on that
He
gimmick.
put him over with that.
Yeah. So, and
You've talked about TNA a lot on this show.
and you've got him, and you've got his work with TNA and Black Machismo
Right.
as Randy Savage.
Yeah.
And he still does that, and everybody still pops for it.
That'll be interesting.
But for me, a Jay Lethal or a Chris Hero coming back in as Chris Hero would be an oh my god moment.
Speaking of comebacks, Hideo Itami worked a show or two over the weekend as well.
Thank goodness.
With, what are they called now? They were the Mighty Don't Kneel, but whatever they're called in the WWE. But that's gonna be. I really hope he's in that Brooklyn show. So, because I guess the Finn Balor Nakamura match is not gonna be on the pay-per-view. That's
No.
so. So maybe that's where they're headed with that. I don't know.
Which is crazy to me
Why?
that it's not on the pay-per-view.
Well, I think people.
Who is Joe even facing?
That's. I thought he was going to face Nakamura, which would sell the place out like
Who do you
that.
think he's gonna face?
Nakamura. That's
No.
what you think of Tommy.
Yes.
I would like either one, but
I think it's easy to do it. People will bitch and people will complain.
why?
But no offense,
For what?
but do you think Roger Huffman is going to be pumped that Hideo Itami gets a title shot right off the bat?
Well, he was.
No
in
offense to
NXT.
Roger.
I understand.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I think he's well deserving of it. He was in the number one contenders match, and I think it would be awesome.
Yeah. Again,
It's going to be an awesome match. It's already happened in
it's
ROH.
gonna be. It's gonna be. What's gonna be interesting is what happens with the draft and who gets called up. Not that they won't be able to work in NXT for that show, but I think that will be a significant role in that and what happens in that pay-per-view. Which the draft is coming up July the 19th, which is going to be a big deal. But the week before that starts the Cruiserweight Classic, and actually this week on the WWE Network, I think it's Wednesday, Daniel Bryan is going to have a special bracketology show for the Cruiserweight Classic. I really hope the WWE capitalizes on this.
And I think they are.
Because this would be a fun, interactive way. I mean, we could have a competition on our Facebook page for the brackets.
Oh, yeah, just like March Madness, which
Yeah.
I think we should.
Definitely.
And it's an unbelievable way to get Daniel Bryan to work with all these guys, to get Tajiri to work with all these guys, to get Brian Kendrick to work with all these guys,
Yes.
and get them to get them to where they need to be,
Yeah.
because there's no reason why a lot of these guys couldn't be in the Fed.
Yeah, so definitely check out the Facebook page. Hopefully they'll have something about the whole bracketology thing. It'll be a nice competition. Speaking of that,
I think BJ will have to be. BJ will get on that.
the GM. Speaking
yeah,
of that, congratulations to Ryan Wilkinson on winning the 4th of July Independence Day bash.
You should be back-to-back champion. You should be.
Well, you got over the hump and he finally won the big one.
You finally won the big one, buddy.
That's good. We got a lot of things coming up in July. We talked about the draft. We talked about Cruiserweight Classic. New Japan is having their G1 starting it in July,
which is awesome.
which is that's like a month long. So you guys definitely need to check that out. There's also, there's going to be a lot of things with the draft. There's going to be a lot of things coming up.
Who do you think's going to be number one picks for each one? I mean, who do you even think's going to be the GMs?
I don't think there will be GMs. I think they're just going to do, like, I don't know. I think they're just going to have Shane and Steph run it, honestly. I mean, they might have someone come in every now and then, like a celebrity, but I don't know. I really don't think they even know at this point.
Really?
I'd love to see Eric Bischoff come back and run a show, or even Paul Heyman. I mean, since Brock Lesnar is going to be knocked out this week, he's not going to have anything to do. So,
yeah. Did you see? And I'm aggravated because I don't have it in front of me, but the list of people for Bola this year for PWG.
I've seen some of them.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
It's going to be incredible.
Like who?
Marty Scurll.
Yeah, you said
right
that.
off
I
the
knew
bat.
That. Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes is a part of it.
And when is this?
It's like I wanted to talk about it, but I don't
We'll have
the
to
info.
Google that.
So I'm going to Google it right now. Let's just keep talking about it, though, because
that's fine.
Do people understand?
Tell people what this is about.
Well, first of all, they need to know Pro Wrestling Guerrilla is based out of
Los
Angeles, and it is a more pepped up version of ROH.
Okay.
You've got a lot of the ROH guys like Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, and you got people like Chris Hero in there. And,
Young Bucks have been in there.
Oh yeah, the Young Bucks are there. They've had tag belts. This is the kind of stuff that also celebrities go to. Dave Meltzer is there a lot.
Yeah.
You've got Ronda Rousey, like we just said.
Del Rio was there not too long ago.
Yeah, and these are places that like Owens came from, and Generico came from. Excuse me.
Same as aim for some of you guys.
Yeah, and it's where a lot. I don't know what's going on behind us.
TJ Phillips is doing
TJ Phillips always going all crazy ass in the background.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh no, it's fine. It's cool. So here we go. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb.
Okay.
Which we talked about.
Yeah.
Which is
Matanza.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
Kamatachi.
Mark Hoskins. Dalton Castle. Pete Dunne. Sammy Callahan. Tommy End. And if you don't know Tommy End, check him, Google him, YouTube him. Trevor Lee, which is awesome. Adam Cole.
Baby.
John and I don't know why they're going by that.
Out.
It's Morrison. It's John Morrison.
Johnny Mundo.
And they're going by Hennig. I don't know why.
Okay.
Well, that's his real name, and I get it.
Yeah.
But why go by Hennig?
Chris Hero.
Jack Gallagher, which is awesome as well. He's from overseas. He's that old school. If WWE would hire him, he would fit well with the Vaudevillains. Ricochet.
Yes.
And the guy that I did not know his name the first time, Matthew Riddle.
There you go.
So, that in itself, that tournament is going to be awesome.
That's exciting. And when is that?
I don't know. I'm being occupied by people in the background, making me want to eat moonshine cherries. I can't deal with this.
All right,
wrestling.
So this is the halfway point in the year of 2016. 6 months down, 6 months to go. Who do you think so far has been the wrestler of the year?
Ooh.
Overall.
I can't pick one. That's tough. That's tough
I don't
because
think it's tough at all.
Who do you got?
Styles.
What? How?
Because he worked Wrestle Kingdom. He wrestled for the a title in United Kingdom against Rey Mysterio. He's fought for the WWE title.
Okay.
I mean, he's
All
had
right.
an
All right.
incredible year.
Okay.
so
I
far.
didn't look at it like that, but I'm looking at it as
That's historic.
yeah.
I'm a history major, so
fireworks, dude.
this is not a car chase going on in the back.
I know. But let's also look at the there's Hero that has had amazing matches everywhere he goes, from Pentagon Jr. to just some. I mean, I don't want to diss him, but there's some random company, and it's an amazing match. He's in Evolve in main event matches. He's in PWG. He's overseas with Colt Cabana in Made in the USA. He's in America with JT Dunn, with Death by Elbow, straight having amazing tag matches. But it's hard for me to even say Chris Hero. It's hard for me to say anyone. I understand by saying AJ Styles, but at the same time, he's had good matches in WWE, but what has he done in WWE yet to be on that category? Like, he's easily top 3, but it's hard for me to pull the trigger.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, he should be there anyway.
And he's probably going to be the centerpiece of one of the shows going forward.
But for how long is their concern?
I don't think so. They wouldn't have him in the main event. And he's selling merch too, which they love.
Does he have a new shirt yet?
He has. I don't know.
I think he just has the AJ and he has the gloves.
Yeah. I mean, kids love the gloves.
Adults love the gloves.
O.J. Simpson loves the gloves.
Oh, he's
what is
tried and true to the gloves.
What's your biggest surprise of the year?
So far,
I think it's got to be Nakamura in the WWE. And that was... I never saw that coming.
I mean, I've never really thought about like that being a big surprise. I thought a big surprise was Adam Cole.
Okay, in the Bullet Club. Yeah.
Hell, big surprise of the year is Roman Reigns doing drugs.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, we don't really know what that violation was.
But there was a violation.
Yeah.
They said it was a certain type, which are drugs.
Yeah.
So he did drugs.
That definitely was a surprise.
I mean,
I'm just thinking of the aspect. If someone would have told you on New Year's Day that Nakamura was going to wrestle in the WWE before the 4th of July, you would say what?
I don't know. There's a whole lot in the WWE that there's a
lot going on right now.
I know. I'm still amazed that Kevin Owens is there.
Yeah.
I mean, he deserves to be. Sami Zayn deserves to be. AJ deserves to be. Nakamura deserves to be. Everybody that has came in the last 5 years deserves to be.
Sure.
But what do you mean, sure?
Some of them. We'll
Who?
See. Everyone in the last 5 years?
No.
That's what you just
said. I'm talking
said.
about... well, no, I don't mean everyone. But I mean, like, the main people that you thought were going to be good are good.
Okay. Maybe.
I mean, did you ever see a Darren Young and been like, damn, he has potential?
Bob Backlund did.
Bob Backlund's looking for a payday.
Of course he is. He should be. Who's your wrestler of the week?
Wrestler of the week is going to be Jay Lethal.
Okay. Why?
Just because of his match on What Culture Pro Wrestling this week in itself. I mean, besides the fact of the match that I thought was awesome with Briscoe.
That was a great match.
Which, a lot of people aren't saying,
it went under the radar.
Isn't as good as the first one, but I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then the match he had with Cole Cabana. He's just had consecutive good matches every time I watch him.
Did he get his head shaved?
He did, but I wasn't going to talk about it because they haven't premiered it yet.
Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah, tell them there's a spoiler after you said the spoiler.
I'm sorry, I was out of town. I didn't know that hadn't happened. Sorry.
Yeah.
My wrestler of the week is kind of odd, but I picked Rusev because he has, I don't know, the way he's cut these promos lately and the way he's feuded with Titus O'Neil, I think has elevated Titus O'Neil in the way that he deserves.
And it was awesome that Xavier Woods gave Titus O'Neil his old gear to wear.
Yeah.
On Raw.
Yeah, that was tight. I think this will eventually end up with Titus going over. Hopefully it will, but I think Rusev is really, I mean, he's one of the few good heels left.
He's old school heel. He's just like, listen, I'm the United States champion, and I'm not even from America, and I'm better, and that's awesome.
Match of the week.
Yours.
Okay. Well, mine is from 20 years ago this week.
Okay.
And we have to talk about this. Sting and the Macho Man versus the Outsiders. Bash at the Beach. It's the match that the NWO formed. Hulk Hogan comes down. What side is he on?
Wait a minute. How many times is this supposed to be the 20... How many times is NWO in this match in general 20-year anniversary?
July 7th. July 7th, 1996. Bash at the Beach. What did you think about that when you were 11 years old?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I didn't give a goddamn.
You didn't care?
No, I gave no shits.
Did you care after? Like, did you
No.
want to watch? Really?
No. Okay.
That's what started getting me to watch
it was
WCW.
Like, oh crap. Hogan's a bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that was a big deal.
But I gave no cares.
None at all.
None.
I think you're in the minority when it comes to that.
TJ's behind you shaking his head the whole time.
TJ, why don't you like it?
Because who cares about Hulk?
Because I didn't give a fuck about Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
I did not either until then.
Like, I hated Hulk Hogan when I was a kid. I despised him. And when he turned heel, I didn't give a shit. I wish he'd have retired. I really did. When he left the Fed, I was happy because I was a Fed mark.
All I'm saying is that made him... that gave him another 10 years of his career right there.
Oh, easily. Yeah. I'm not saying it wasn't a right career move. I'm just saying I didn't give a shit.
And I'm not saying it isn't one of the
biggest moments ever.
Yeah, one of the biggest moments in professional wrestling. It is that and more, and it's huge to me as I've got older to understand the logic behind Hogan turning heel and it being that big of a deal.
Especially since we talk about Cena in the same way.
And then it was even bigger of a deal to me when I talked to Kevin Sullivan himself, and he's the one that made that decision. It's even bigger to me, and how much it did mean to so many people, to the fact that he had Hogan stay in his house.
Yeah.
You know? It's huge, but I just do not care. At all.
Okay,
because the first hour, and this is just like when you say Raw being 3 hours is a bad deal. I don't think that, because at the time when Nitro went 3 hours, the best hour for me and what I liked was in the first hour. And then what could I do? Boom, 9 o'clock, I'm watching the Fed.
Okay. Well, that's because they had a different format for Nitro too. They had a lot of cruiserweights in the first hour.
Because it was awesome. Because it was actual wrestling. It wasn't even cruiserweights. Their fucking stupid asses would put fucking Arn Anderson out there in the first hour.
My favorite was when they had a match going into 9 o'clock, and they would set the fireworks off at 9 while the match
is going on.
That's
what
great.
The fuck is what is wrong with them?
Okay, what's your match of the week?
My match of the week, it's tough. My match of the week is either Ricochet versus Willie Mack, or, like I said, the Jay Lethal versus El Larigo. El Larigo? I forget exactly. On What Culture Pro Wrestling. It was just the dude. It was awesome. It was awesome. It told an awesome story. The finish was bad, but in the long run of an actual good storytelling compared to WWE, it told an awesome story as a whole. And if you're into that, then if you're into the storytelling, this What Culture Pro Wrestling is probably something that a lot of people would enjoy if they were to watch it.
You got a match of the week, TJ Phillips, while you're here?
Yeah. Believe it or fucking not. Ricochet versus Willie Mack.
There
from
you
Mexico. I didn't even like Ricochet. This match was fucking awesome.
Since he went and said that match, I will say. I mean, we watched some other good matches too.
We watched a lot of really good shit this week.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
There has been.
Marty Scurll versus Chris Hero.
Oh, that's a good
That was an amazing match, dude. There's been a lot of. I don't know if they haven't happened this week, but what I've watched this week, I've ended up watching a lot of good wrestling. But I'm gonna go with. I'll go with the Jay Lethal match.
Man, that was my second choice because that match was really good too.
I know I couldn't pick, but you picked the other one, so I picked.
That's fair.
It was
They both deserve to be put over.
Yeah,
so.
they both deserve a match of the week because they're really good.
All right, guys, check out our Facebook page, Real Shoot Wrestling. Again, we're going to try to hopefully have a bracketology contest.
Now, 1 second,
What's up?
because I do this every time. Because you go and just try to fucking close that shit up.
That's my job.
How do you feel about Omega and the Bucks losing the trio title to Ricochet and Seidel and other dude?
He lost the IC title, too. Omega did.
Yeah.
To Michael Elgin. I don't know. I mean, that might just be something that they're building towards. I mean, Wrestle Kingdom is 6 months away, but...
I think Omega is the next guy to go against Rainmaker.
Interesting.
Why wouldn't he be?
Have you paid attention to his feud with the New Day?
Oh my god, it's hilarious! They're wearing New Day gear. New Day in pictures and other videos and stuff. Oh my god, I just remembered something else. But in pictures and stuff, they wear Elite stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
do you still don't think that'll happen?
I just don't see it. I mean, they're getting ready to break it up with the Wyatts.
All I'm saying is they brought in Jushin Liger for a WWE show last year. They can do. Maybe that's the trade-off.
What?
Bring New Day into Japan for a show.
I mean, I'm not going to be upset if they do it. I'll be honest.
No.
But yeah, so we were YouTubing it up last night for some wrestling, and I don't know if you remember this.
Probably not.
Cooking shit in the microwave.
Oh shit! Yeah.
With Willie Mack. He cooks shit in a microwave and talks to people while it's cooking in the microwave, and it's a show he does on YouTube, and it's as funny as it sounds.
He and Emma should do a show together then. Doesn't she have a cooking show too?
I think that was a joke one time from Edge and Christian's show.
We'll see. That's how much I pay attention to Emma.
Yeah, you should pay attention to Emma.
Not right now. She's out.
Well, I'm just saying when she's
Okay.
in.
So, do you have anything else before we close?
I don't know. What else do you want to talk about? We could talk for hours. We could talk about all other stuff.
We talk about CM Punk saying that WWE's full of indentured servants.
Oh, tell me about it. You could also talk about Matt Hardy's crazy ass talking shit on CM Punk and a promo that was hilarious. He did the promo in character, and he just said he was going to delete, which I think it's funny that the two that he said he's going to delete Jeff Hardy and CM Punk, the two that's had their own feud with each other.
Yeah.
But Matt Hardy tonight is supposedly going to delete both of them, which I think is hilarious.
All right, so I'm going home, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to go watch TNA.
I'm going to watch it too.
All right.
He's jumping out of a fucking tree, Gabe.
All right.
He's jumping out of a tree.
All right, guys, join us next time for 17.
1738.
Maybe we'll have Taylor Swift here.
Ooh. I thought that would be on the 22nd episode.
My bad. Wrong pop culture reference. See you next time, guys.
Bye.